Let's start Excel. Hi everyone. So I'm working with a blank workbook and this is my sheet 1. So I'm going to explain the main tabs. This is the home tab, and then the home tab, that's where you have your alignment and stuff. You go to the insert tab. Insert, you have insert table, pictures, and others. You have uh, page layout. This is where you manage the pages, the view. Formulas, add your formulas from here. This is data, and have review, check for corrections, and then for view. The view part is where you edit it to the view that you want it to be. Let's go to the file. In the file, we start from the file info. In the file info, you see the protect workbook. This is where you can add your password. We have an inspect workbook to check for other information and for versions. If you have other versions, this is where you can recover, delete them. Then we have browser view options. This is where you set how you want it to appear on the browser. So for properties, you have the size. If this is a real document, you see the size here, the title, the tags, and the categories. Then the last modified date. If I've edited it, you see the date, the last day it was edited, the last print date is also there. If you want to add another author, you click on add an author and the person's name. If it has been modified, you see the name of the person that was modified it last. Then if you want to open another new workbook, you click on new. There are different templates to choose from. You can also always work with a blank workbook to start from scratch. Then you have open. In open, this is where you open your recent workbooks. If you have workbooks that you've opened already, you see them here. Or go to your computer from your documents or desktop, or you browse to get the folder where the document is saved to. So you go to that place, you open it to save. You save to your computer, your documents on your desktop, or you browse to pull up your file manager, and then you select the folder you want to save it to. Then this is for the printing. To add your printer, you click on this printer, you see the option to add a printer. Settings, type of what you're printing, if you want to print the workbook or just the active sheet, one-sided or two-sided. If you want it collated, you select collated and print portrait orientation. This is why you do that to delete and enlarge etc. Now to share, if you want to share with people, you have to save it to cloud first. When you save it to cloud, you can now share with others. So you save it to cloud. So Microsoft's cloud is a OneDrive, save it to OneDrive, and then you can share. So you can also send your email as an attachment or a PDF file or XPS file, or you can send as an Ethernet file. To export, you can create a PDF from the file that you're working on or change the file type. If you want to change it to CSV and the others, to change it there. And let's go to the options. In the general options, this is where you set your default and stuff. For the formulas, formula settings is where you set the way you want them to be. For proofing, you have to check the things that you want to allow, that things you want to ignore. For the saving, you have to check the file format that you want to save it and the default place to save it. For language, you go to language, you set up the languages that you want to use on the Excel. And in the advanced options, this is where you do other informations that you want to, and then customize ribbon. So in the ribbon, this is the main tab that I showed you earlier. So this is the home, the insert. You can see it from here too. Home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, review, and view. So if you look at this main tab here, you can also see them here. And there are more things that you can also add there. The quick access are those three uh, things that are up there. You can see the save here is there, the undo is there, the reduce also there. If you want to add more things, you can also add to that side, but this will be done in another video. And for the add-ins, this is for data analysts and other people doing analysis on the Excel sheet. This is why you add your add-ins. That is where you find them. And then you see the trust center. The trust center, well, this is also one of the advanced settings, but our focus is on this ones today. So see you in the next video.